Hello from YouTube, everyone. So to keep things rolling, here we have an animatic of an early concept of our vine whip. We've actually changed it, so now instead of Pablito swinging from vines more like Tarzan, it's now a vine that he whips like Indiana Jones onto a rafter or a grapple point and then swings across the gap. Here we have an example of some of the iteration we've been doing with our vine whip. On the left-hand side, we have an earlier version of it where Pablito tends to snap right into the swing and it's very stiff. And on the right, we've been working really hard to make it as smooth as possible so that Pablito doesn't feel like snappy and that he flows right into that swing. Here we have a few animatics on how we would like to implement jumping in our game. So here we have some moving platforms within lava, Pablito using some mushrooms as little jump pads, and some sinking platforms that Pablito is using to cross a pool of lava. Dash you all have seen before in our last status update. Since then, we've been working on improving it and balancing it within our game. So just a quick recap, Dash is a quick burst of movement that when used on the ground, you travel a short distance very quickly, and then when combined with Jump so that you are in the air, you travel a farther distance also very quickly. Here we have a few animatics of how we initially thought we would want to use rolling. We have changed it so that Pablito will no longer be rolling along the walls, but these are still really cool and I wanted to share them with you guys. So this is our rolling, and it has come a long way from where it initially started, and I'm super proud of my team for this. So just a little recap on our rolling. We initially thought about having Pablito roll as a coin, but as we started to think more about our design, we changed it to spherical rolling. And here we are not actually using physics. We did this to give the player more control in where they're going and their actions in the game. So this is a completely custom movement mode where we are actually rotating the mesh according with player movement. Since last time, we have lowered the friction so that it gives a little bit of slipperiness to the roll, and that way it feels more like actual rolling instead of the rolling that we are creating here. We've also been working a lot on balancing. So here you can see some of the balancing maps that we made to try to figure out if our jumps were right, if our dash is feeling good, and also where exactly these platforms should be. We worked really hard to get the perfect combination so that running and jumping felt absolutely amazing in our game. And that way we can build a solid base for the rest of our game and the rest of our mechanics to build upon. Here with our environmental challenges, we have some moving platforms ahead of us that Pablito will have to travel across. And up ahead, there are actually some falling obstacles that he will have to dodge while he uses the vine whip to cross this gap. Up ahead, we do have a lava fall, which Pablito will have to dash through to get through the gap. And here we have a few lava balls that he will also have to dodge. Below here, we have a jump pad that he can use, and then this gust of wind that bursts him off to the side. All of these mechanics are things that our programmers and tech designers have been working on this past month and would like to continue to polish in the months moving forward. Here we can see some of the iterating that we've been doing with cinematics. On the left-hand side is one of our first explorations into it, and as we were building and constructing our level, the design of the level actually influenced what we wanted to do with the cinematic. So as you can see on the right-hand side with our final cinematic, we decided to pull right back from the tree as opposed to spinning around it and then taking a tour around the level.